But here's the problem. You're surrounded by them. You're listening to them. You hire them. You go to dinner with them. Consider all the college kids who took on student loan debt only to have to move in back when mommy and daddy let them move back in. What about home ownership, which has gone down from almost 68% of the population to the lowest levels since 1950? By the way, how can you be obsessed when you're stuck at an address? You and I are living among these people every day. Hundreds of millions of them called the middle class that has been so seduced, so tricked, so enamored by some fallacy of what it represents that even other countries want to recreate this middle class. You and I living among these people, even if we are not them, and we are therefore seriously influenced by their mindset and their actions. People are failing because of how they think and how little they do. There's a popular saying, you are the composite of the 5 people you spend the most time with. What if there's 200 million of them? Look around. Look at the people you see aren't screaming success. They're validating average. Oh, fancy word for average? The middle class. People are lazy because it's tolerated. People accept the idea average because their parents and peers told them it was all right to settle for less rather than becoming obsessed with their dreams. People are settling because they see other people settle. Look, if knowledge is power, and I believe it is, then the issue that most of us are getting is that we're getting the wrong knowledge, the wrong meanings, the wrong definitions, the wrong examples. People are being encouraged to be happy, and they spend their lives trying to buy happiness with borrowed money from credit cards they must pay off with money they earn from a job that they hate. I'd rather be obsessed. People are sold on the idea if they finally get into the middle class, they'll be better off than 80% of the world, only to find themselves dumbfounded as to why they have no time for their families and no money left over for pleasure. I had a gentleman reach out to me recently and said, if you earn $19,000 a year in America, you're better than 90% of the world. I'm like, dude, you can make sense of anything. And sure, that whole we're all in this together mantra that our culture promotes sounds nice until you need some money. And you can't take care of your own dreams, your own family, your own refrigerator. Look, how can you even take care of your own neighbor if you're coming up short on your own dreams? If you can't pay your own bills, how are you going to help me pay mine? If you can't make your dreams a reality, how can you encourage me or another that they can? The fact is, you can't. There's so much average advice in this society, you wonder how it gets up in the morning. You see, any society that accepts average as the bar of success will always have problems with people like you and me. You see yourself as an entrepreneur, a scrapper, a competitor, a hard worker, a risk taker, a committed, a fanatic. Others see you as abnormal, problematic, driven, greedy, never satisfied, overly demanding, tyrannical. Maybe it's the person you sleep with. Thinks you're self-serving and unreasonable, a control freak. Raise your hand if you've ever been called a control freak. You can be my friend. Who doesn't want control? The only person that wouldn't want control is somebody that has given up on it. Those who don't get it, including your friends, including your family, employees and colleagues, will tell you things like, slow down, Jeffy. Life is to be enjoyed, Jenny. Hey, don't work too much. Don't work too hard. Take it easy. Be grateful. Someone else somewhere is worse off than you, little Bobby. Life is short, Muhammad. Money isn't everything. Bigger isn't better. Oh, the sayings. These folks, spellbound by their beliefs, their little sayings, searching for this work-life balance, trying to fit in, getting along, believing fairness and equality is for all, make up reasons for you to abandon your dream. Obsessions, they say, are unhealthy. But what about their obsessions with comfort? What about their obsessions with fitting in and being normal, with having no drive? How do you make sense of no drive every day? And they're obsessed with it. How about the obsession our culture has with no purpose, no direction? How about the obsession with excuse making and blame? What about the plague of doubt that billions of people on this planet have who have contracted, backed up, retreated, allowing them to settle into average or even below average lives? Think about the mom who gave up on writing the book, the school teacher who gave up on his or her dreams of owning their own business or even helping out a student. How about the businessman that gave up on his or her desire to be an artist? See, all these people refuse to take risk so that they can have order in their life, calm and balance. Have you ever noticed that the person who shouts out success isn't everything is the guy or gal who has no success?